Apple just announced their products for the year 2025, which includes the iPhone 17, 17 Pro, Pro Max, as well as the AirPods Pro 3, and the newest Apple Watch selections. Now, they all looked really cool on the presentation that we just watched, but we don't know if it would actually be cool, but here are my first thoughts on what I think. So let's first start with the AirPods Pro 3. This is the first year that it might be exciting to have AirPods Pro if you're a traveler or if you have family. Like we have a mixed family where my side of the family are fluent in Korean but not in English, and sometimes there's a little friction between communicating with my husband's side. So this might be an actual cool try, but I'm also seeing that the live translate is a trend I'm seeing it everywhere because Samsung also launched the live translate on their earbuds this year. I know that for some people that are not in US are already saying that this technology has existed, and in US this is still new. So I'm quite excited to try it. And as a person who travels a lot, this will really, really be a lifesaver, as we don't have to keep typing into the phone or speaking to the phone where it was like mispronounced and all that. So I think this is quite exciting. Now let's talk about something happening new this year. This is called iPhone Air. We all know when Apple says the word Air, it always means thin, lighter, like really paper thin. Does it live up to the standard of that Air name that Apple always puts? I'm not sure because I haven't seen it in person, but according to specs, it's very close to what Samsung S25 Edge specs are looking like. It is quite thin if it's the same, and it will be like half thinness of the regular iPhones, the Pros, and the S25 Ultra. But it claims that it has a hardware like a MacBook level, and the charging would only take place once a day, like it will last up to 24 hours. This is quite exciting because usually the reason why the phone is certain thickness is because of the battery life. But if they could do it better, I mean, it is quite exciting. It's still like not proven. It's not in my hands. I haven't used it for a day or so. I can't say, but this is something I am kind of intrigued by because I'm seeing that the thin phone is finally in trend in US. So we shall see. And to the last, but the most exciting part is probably the iPhone 17 for me. iPhone 17 Pro Max to be exact. Now, initially, I was quite disappointed because the colors just don't seem like it's my vibe at all. Like, I mean, we're talking about cosmic orange right here, and I don't know where to start because I thought that if you're spending about like $2,000, then you should get a phone that you really could customize a color or something different. But like this orange is not like a sexy orange, right? It feels like an old grandma or like Halloween orange to me. I wouldn't want a Halloween phone for a whole year. Like that's a lot. I mean, I've seen it in different hues, shades of people reviewing it or showing it off, but I honestly was not convinced that I want this orange phone. It might be a different situation for other people, but as a person who loves pink, mint, like this type of aesthetic, orange is so not it for me. I'm also disappointed with the color deep blue. The deep blue in my head actually sounds more like indigo to me, but it looks much more like a faded blue, like a faded dark denim feel. And I don't know if this is actually stunning, especially being a matte color. It's just not quite the vibe. There's nothing cool or chic about it. I'm quite surprised that they got rid of the black one and chose to do blue with orange. And then the last one is the silver one. I think that this name is a little misleading this year as well because based on what I've seen, it does not look silver. It looks more white, which is what I would have preferred anyway. But I'm seeing somewhere that like it might have an iridescence, which gives you like a rainbow colorish, which I'm very intrigued by. And like it might be cool, but at the same time, it's like the name is silver. So this is very misleading. I feel like this year, Apple didn't really cut it with the colors. I don't know what happened. I don't know who's in charge of it, but I just don't think this is the trendy color in the market right now. I don't know why they chose this color because I feel like the 16 Pro and Pro Max color line was much better. And it was similar to the year before, but still in the category that people actually like. And I feel like this year is quite disappointing colors overall. Okay, so I am very disappointed with the colors, but I have to say, I do like the new specs that I'm hearing. First being the vapor chamber sounds like a really, really cool idea, especially if you use your phone all the time like I do, then you'll know this pain that your phone just gets hot. This is not just Apple problem. I think it's like every smartphone problem. And I just feel like if they could solve this problem, like I honestly think that iPhone would have one up on Samsung. And this is like a lot for me to say because I love Samsung phones. iPhone is very basic, but it's not like sexy fun phone for me. But if the vapor chamber actually works well and cools my phone down well enough, I think it's really a big game changer this year. So we shall see. Until I test it, I won't believe it, but that's a cool claim that they've made. The second exciting feature are the cameras. Now the specs on the camera is quite higher than what it was before, which is great because it's about time that iPhone really stepped up. iPhone Pro and Pro Max is already pretty great, but when you see the whole tech industry with so many cool features, so many high specs, especially when it comes to video features, camera features like Honor or like OnePlus or Xiaomi, Huawei, and on top of that, Samsung, like all these leaders in the industry are stepping up and putting all these high specs. So I feel like even though they're not Android market, I think iPhone's feeling the little pressure, which I am excited for because iPhone finally has like cool enough photo and video feature, I feel like, and this is the most exciting part for me. That being said, I am going to pre-order this phone this Friday because that's when it opens. Not sure what color I would get because I'm quite disappointed with all the colors, but I'll probably end up zhuzhing it up and pinkifying it. So, but the features sound really cool. I also wonder if the vapor chamber actually works well with the case on. Is it without case on? So that's really cool. I feel like they're definitely focused on the durability. I also feel like the Apple Watch features are cool, but generally, Apple Watch is not something I gravitate towards because I just like trying different wearables for me. So it wasn't a big seller for me, but definitely iPhone 17 Pro Max feature sounds cool. The AirPods Pro 3 definitely sounds cool. So these are probably the things I'll be purchasing. Make sure to keep in touch with me and we'll update you on the reviews next time. See you soon. Bye.